Ahoy from the University of Colorado. I'm Peter Rice, professor of clinical pharmacy here at the CU School of Pharmacy, and I want to talk today about hot peppers. Starts out with the man who's associated with hot peppers the most is a fellow named Wilbur Scoville. And Wilbur Lincoln Scoville, looks like somebody's grandpa there, was a pharmacist from back in the early part of the 20th century. So around 1912, Wilbur became famous, and of course he didn't know he was going to become famous by doing this, but he came up with a way of quantifying hot peppers. And so even today we use the Scoville Scale to decide which peppers are hotter than others. So pharmacist Wilbur Scoville noted that peppers contain different ingredients, and he was interested in quantifying the hot ingredient, the pungent ingredient that's in peppers, which is called capsaicin. Capsaicin has an interesting chemical structure and contains mostly what are fat-soluble portions. So when he was quantifying hot peppers, he did that by mushing up the peppers in alcohol and then diluting it to the point where folks could just barely taste it. Capsaicin is a drug that works through depleting nerve endings of a neurotransmitter called substance P. Substance P was actually named because it came from the prostate gland, the male prostate gland, but you might associate substance P with pain. Enter the Spicy Chip Challenge. The Spicy Chip Challenge is a challenge where folks will eat an incredibly hot peppered chip that has been prepared from the hottest peppers. So there are a number of different types of peppers. Even in Scoville's scale, he recognized that the bell peppers, 0. No pungency at all. At some point, folks tried to find peppers that were hotter and hotter and hotter. We get into the spicy chip or the spicy pepper challenges. Names of these things can be sort of intimidating. The dragon's breath, the Carolina Reaper, the dragon. So Carolina Reaper seems to be the pepper that is of most interest now in American culture. And this pepper sort of shows, since it's the Carolina Reaper, that peppers don't have to be grown necessarily in a hot environment in order to have a lot of capsaicin and have a pungency to them. When you take the Spicy Chip Challenge, there's 2 things that you're going to notice pretty much right away. One of those is that your spicy chip is incredibly hot. And the other thing that you're going to notice is that it's incredibly painful. And folks are wondering, they're coming to pharmacy for answers. I have this burn and this pain. How can I deal with this?
It's nothing to me.
What do folks normally do when they have a burn? You go for cold water, ice cold water.
Oh, it's hot.
Ice cold water, in the case of capsaicin and the peppers, does not work well at all. Capsaicins are not soluble in ice cold water, so you have to drink a whole lot of ice cold water. It will help some with the burning, with the hot feeling, but it won't make the pain go away any faster. What we're looking for is some substance that will affect that, what pharmaceutics would call the partition coefficient. Get that stuff off your tongue so that it'll stop burning you. One thing you might think of is alcohol. If you're a guy and you're having a spicy chip and a cold beer, you're wondering, is that cold beer going to help me? The answer is it probably will, but most alcoholic drinks have very little alcohol in them, so it's probably not the best choice. One of the other choices you have are dairy products. My favorite is ice cream. I don't think there's anything better than ice cream, because ice cream helps not only with the heat that you're feeling, but also with the pain by taking that capsaicin off of its drug receptor. One of the interesting things with dairy is, what do you think would happen if you used skim milk instead of regular milk? Well, skim milk probably won't work anywhere near as well because we're relying on the fat that's in the milk to dissolve the capsaicin and take it away from your tongue.
Anybody got some milk?
But let's get serious with one another. You really want to win the Spicy Chip Challenge, don't you? You can build yourself up by eating progressively more peppers, hotter food, to where you can take the Carolina Reaper Challenge and potentially win it. When you do, remember to say, I owe it all to pharmacy.